Welcome to Dream Tale Sleep Stories. Tonight's reading is The Frog Night of Green Pond. Settle into your bed or sofa and let your shoulders, jaw, and eyelids grow heavy. Inhale slowly, 1, 2, 3, and sigh the air away, allowing the day to fade into quiet dark. With every soft inhale, you invite fresh English phrases. With every gentle exhale, stray thoughts drift farther off. Behind my voice flows a gentle melody, renowned for guiding the mind toward deep relaxation. Keep your eyes closed or follow the captions, whichever feels right. Simply receive the rhythm and resonance of the language. Deep in rest, tonight's phrases will take root like seeds, ready to bloom into stronger English skills with the morning light. When you feel settled, hold that unhurried breath and allow yourself to drift into the tale. The Frog Night of Green Pond begins now. And when the story's final line has faded, the music will linger a little longer, carrying you gently deeper into sleep. The Frog Night of Green Pond. Green Pond was a beautiful place. It was in the middle of a big forest. Tall trees stood around the pond, and their leaves made cool shadows on the water. Many animals lived near Green Pond. There were fish in the water, birds in the trees, and frogs on the lily pads. Jack was a small green frog. He lived on a lily pad near the east side of the pond. Jack was not big like the other frogs. He was not loud like them. He was quiet and liked to sit alone and watch the water. Every morning, Jack woke up early. He watched the sun come up over the trees. The water turned gold and pink in the morning light. Jack thought it was the most beautiful thing in the world. But the other frogs did not like Jack very much. They laughed at him because he was small. "Look at little Jack," said a big frog named Bruno. "He is so small. He cannot jump far. He cannot swim fast. What can he do?" The other frogs laughed. Jack felt sad, but he did not say anything. He just sat on his lily pad and looked at the water. Jack had one friend. It was an old turtle named Gordon. Gordon was the king of Green Pond. He was very old and very wise. Gordon liked Jack because Jack was kind and always listened carefully. "Do not worry about the other frogs, Jack," Gordon said one day. "Being big is not the most important thing. Being brave is." Jack smiled at the old turtle. "But I am not brave," he said. "I am afraid of many things." Gordon looked at Jack with his old, kind eyes. "Every brave person is afraid sometimes," he said. "The brave ones are the ones who do things even when they are afraid." Jack thought about this. He did not understand it then, but he remembered the words. At night, Jack listened to the sounds of the forest. He heard the crickets singing and the owls calling. Sometimes he heard something moving in the dark trees. It made him feel afraid. But Green Pond was his home, and he loved it very much. The pond was a peaceful place. The animals helped each other. The fish shared food. The birds sang songs for everyone. The frogs played games together. It was a good life. But Jack always felt like something was missing. He wanted to do something important. He wanted to show everyone that he could be useful. He just did not know how. One day, Jack said to himself, "I will do something great. One day everyone will see that I am not just a small, quiet frog." He did not know that his chance was coming very soon. One morning, something was different at Green Pond. The birds were not singing. The fish were hiding under the rocks. Even the frogs were sitting very still on their lily pads. Gordon, the Turtle King, called all the animals together. He stood on the big flat rock in the middle of the pond. His old voice was serious. "My friends," Gordon said, "I have bad news. A big snake is coming to Green Pond. His name is Shadow." The animals looked at each other with fear in their eyes. Some of the small fish started to cry. "Shadow is a long black snake," Gordon continued. "He moves through the forest at night. He eats frogs and fish and small birds. He is coming closer to our pond every day." "What can we do?" asked a red bird sitting in a tree. "We need a knight," Gordon said. "We need someone brave to go into the forest and stop Shadow before he comes to our pond." "A knight?" said Bruno the big frog. "What is a knight?" "A knight is a warrior," Gordon explained. "A knight protects others. A knight is brave and fights for the people who cannot fight." "Who will be our knight?" The pond was very quiet. Bruno looked at the ground. The other big frogs looked away. Everyone was too afraid. Gordon waited. His old eyes looked sad. "Is there no one?" he asked. "Is there no one who will help us?" Jack was sitting on his small lily pad at the back of the group. His heart was beating very fast. He was afraid, very afraid. But he remembered what Gordon told him. The brave ones are the ones who do things even when they are afraid. Jack took a deep breath. His legs were shaking. His voice was small, but he stood up on his lily pad. "I will do it," Jack said. Every animal turned to look at the small green frog. For a moment, nobody said anything. Then Bruno started to laugh. "You?" Bruno said. "Little Jack wants to be a knight? You are the smallest frog in the pond. Shadow will eat you in one bite." Many animals laughed. Some of the frogs pointed at Jack and said mean things. Jack felt his face get hot. He wanted to sit down and hide, but he did not. "I will do it," Jack said again. His voice was stronger this time. Gordon smiled. The old turtle slowly walked to Jack. He put his big old foot on Jack's small shoulder. "I believe in you, Jack," Gordon said. "You have something that the others do not have. You have a brave heart." The laughing stopped. The animals looked at Gordon and Jack. Some of them felt bad for laughing. "From today," Gordon said in his big voice, "Jack is the knight of Green Pond. He will protect us all." Jack stood tall. He was still small. He was still afraid. But for the first time in his life, he felt important. The next morning, Gordon took Jack to a quiet part of the pond. There was an old tree there with a hole in its side. Inside the hole, there were special things. "These are for you," Gordon said. He gave Jack a small stick. It was hard and straight, like a tiny sword. "This is your sword," Gordon said. "It is made from the strongest wood in the forest." Then he gave Jack a big green leaf. It was round and thick. "This is your shield," he said. "It will protect you." Jack held the stick in one hand and the leaf in the other. They were small, but they felt right in his hands. "Now," Gordon said, "you must train. A knight must be ready for battle." Gordon called an old frog named Master Reed. Master Reed was not big, but he was very fast. He was a knight of Green Pond many years ago, when Gordon was a young turtle. "So you are the new knight," Master Reed said, looking at Jack. "You are small. That is good. Small can be fast." Master Reed taught Jack many things. First, he taught Jack how to jump high. "Jump," Master Reed said. "Higher. A frog's best skill is jumping. If you can jump high and far, no enemy can catch you." Jack jumped and jumped. At first, he could not jump very high, but after many tries, he was jumping higher than before. He jumped over rocks. He jumped over logs. He even jumped over Master Reed. "Good," Master Reed said. "Now learn to hide." He taught Jack how to be very still, how to hide behind leaves and rocks, how to make his green skin look like part of the grass. If Shadow cannot see you, Shadow cannot eat you, Master Reed said. Jack practiced hiding for a long time. He got very good at it. Then Master Reed taught Jack how to use his sword and shield. Jack swung the little stick, left and right. He blocked with the leaf shield. Master Reed attacked with a stick of his own, and Jack had to block and move and jump all at the same time. It was very hard work. Jack's arms hurt, his legs hurt, but he did not stop. "Why do you keep going?" Master Reed asked. "Because everyone is counting on me," Jack said. Master Reed smiled. "You are a true knight," he said. Every day for 1 week, Jack trained. He got faster, he got stronger, he got better. The other frogs watched. Some of them stopped laughing. Some of them started to feel hope. On the last day of training, Master Reed gave Jack one more thing. It was a small green cape made from a leaf. "Every knight needs a cape," Master Reed said. "Wear it with pride." Jack put the cape on. It was light and cool on his back. He looked at his reflection in the water. He saw a small frog with a stick sword, a leaf shield, and a leaf cape. He did not look like a big, strong knight, but his eyes were bright and brave. "I am ready," Jack said. Jack left Green Pond early the next morning. The sun was just coming up. Gordon and Master Reed came to say goodbye. "Be careful, Jack," Gordon said. "Use your head, not just your sword." "Remember your training," Master Reed said. "Jump high, hide well, be fast." Jack nodded. He looked back at Green Pond one last time. Then he jumped into the forest. The forest was dark, even in the morning. The trees were so tall and thick that they blocked most of the sunlight. Jack moved carefully from leaf to leaf, from rock to rock. After a long time, Jack came to a big mushroom. Sitting on the mushroom was a snail. The snail was very slow and had a brown shell with white lines on it. "Hello," said the snail. "My name is Slow. What are you doing here, little frog?" "My name is Jack," said Jack. "I am the Knight of Green Pond. I am looking for a snake named Shadow." Slow's eyes got very wide. "Shadow," he said. "You are looking for Shadow? But Shadow is terrible. He is the most dangerous animal in the forest." "I know," Jack said, "but he is coming to my pond. I must stop him." Slow looked at Jack for a long time. Then the snail smiled. "You are very brave," Slow said, "or very foolish. But I like you. I know many things about Shadow. I can help you." "You know about Shadow?" Jack asked. "Oh yes," Slow said. "I have lived in this forest for a very long time. I have watched Shadow for many years. I am too small for him to eat, so he does not care about me. But I see everything." "What do you know?" Jack asked, sitting down next to the snail. "Shadow is very strong," Slow said. "His body is long and powerful. You cannot fight him with strength. He will win." Jack felt his stomach drop. "Then how can I stop him?" "Shadow has a weakness," Slow said. "He is afraid of bright light. His eyes are very sensitive. When there is bright light, he cannot see well. That is why he only moves at night." Jack thought about this. "But how can I make bright light in the dark forest?" "There is a place in the forest where the fireflies live," Slow said. "Hundreds of fireflies. They make the brightest light in the whole forest. If you can get the fireflies to help you, their light can stop Shadow." "Where are the fireflies?" "I will take you there," Slow said. "But I am a snail. I am not fast." Jack laughed. "That is okay. I will carry you." Jack picked up Slow carefully and put the snail on his back. Slow was not heavy at all. "Hold on tight," Jack said. "I am a snail," Slow said. "Holding on is what I do best. and together the frog knight and the wise snail went deeper into the dark forest. The forest got darker as Jack and Slow went deeper. The trees were bigger here. Their branches blocked almost all the light from the sky. "Watch out for the spider webs," Slow said from Jack's back. "The spiders here make very big webs. If you get caught in one, it is hard to get out." Jack looked ahead and saw something shining between two trees. It was a spider web. It was as big as Jack's lily pad back at the pond. The web was covered in small drops of water that shone like tiny stars. "I see it," Jack said. He jumped to the left and went around the web. But there were more webs ahead, many more. Jack had to jump left, then right, then up, then down. He moved through the webs like he was dancing. His training with Master Reed was helping him. He was fast and careful. "You are very good at jumping," Slow said. "I am impressed." "Thank you," Jack said. "Master Reed taught me well." After the spider webs, they came to a deep stream. The water was dark and moving fast. Jack looked at it. He was a frog, so water was not usually a problem. But this stream was different. The water was very cold, and the current was strong. "This stream comes from the mountains," Slow said. "It is very cold. Be careful." Jack put Slow on a rock. "Wait here," he said. "I will find a way across for both of us." Jack jumped to a rock in the middle of the stream. The rock was wet and slippery. He almost fell into the cold water, but he caught himself with his strong legs. He looked around. There was a long, thin branch hanging over the stream. Jack had an idea. He jumped up and caught the branch with his front legs. He swung back and forth, back and forth. Then he jumped to the other side of the stream. "Very nice," Slow called from the rock. Now Jack needed to get Slow across. He found a big leaf and pushed it into the water. The leaf floated on the stream like a little boat. "Jump on the leaf," Jack called. "Jump," Slow said. "I am a snail. Snails do not jump." "Okay, slide onto the leaf," Jack said. Slow slowly, very slowly, moved from the rock onto the leaf. The leaf started to float down the stream. Jack ran along the side of the stream and caught the leaf with a long stick. He pulled it to his side. "That was exciting," Slow said. "I have never been on a boat before." Jack laughed. He put Slow back on his back, and they continued walking. The forest was getting very quiet now. Jack could not hear any birds. He could not hear any animals. The only sound was his own feet on the ground. "We are getting close to Shadow's territory," Slow whispered. "The animals here are all hiding. They are afraid of him." Jack felt afraid too, but he kept walking. He thought about Green Pond. He thought about Gordon and Master Reed. He thought about all the animals who were counting on him. "How much farther to the fireflies?" Jack asked. "Not far," Slow said. "There is a clearing ahead. The fireflies live in the tall grass there. We will see them when it gets dark." Jack looked up at the sky through the trees. The light was getting weaker. Evening was coming. Soon it would be dark. "Good," Jack said. "We will talk to the fireflies tonight." When the sun went down, the forest became very dark. Jack could not see very well. But then, something wonderful happened. Small lights started to appear in the clearing ahead. One light, then 2, then 10, then 100. The clearing was full of tiny, golden lights floating in the air, fireflies. "Wow," Jack whispered. "They are beautiful." The fireflies were dancing in the air. They went up and down, left and right. Their lights made patterns in the dark. It was like watching 100 tiny stars dance. Jack walked into the clearing. The fireflies flew around him. Their light was warm and gentle on his skin. "Hello," Jack said. "My name is Jack. I am the Knight of Green Pond." I need your help." The fireflies stopped dancing. They all flew together and made a big ball of light in front of Jack. Then one firefly, bigger than the others, flew forward. "I am Luna," said the firefly. "I am the leader of the fireflies. Why does a frog need our help?" "A big snake named Shadow is coming to Green Pond," Jack said. "He wants to eat the animals there. My friend Slow told me that Shadow is afraid of bright light. I want to ask you to help me stop him." Luna flew in a circle, thinking. The other fireflies watched and waited. "We know Shadow," Luna said. "He ate 3 of our friends last month. He came at night when some of our fireflies were flying alone. We are afraid of him too." "Then help me fight him," Jack said. "If we work together, we can stop him. Your light can hurt his eyes. I will do the rest." Luna flew to the other fireflies. They talked in their small, quiet voices. Jack waited. Slow sat on a rock nearby, watching. After a while, Luna came back. "The fireflies are afraid," Luna said. "Shadow is very big and very dangerous. Many of us do not want to fight." Jack's heart sank. Without the fireflies, his plan would not work. "I understand that you are afraid," Jack said. "I am afraid too. I am just a small frog. Shadow is much bigger and stronger than me. But if we do not stop him, he will keep eating animals. He will come to your clearing next. No one will be safe." Luna looked at Jack carefully. "You are really going to fight Shadow?" she asked. "Even without our help?" "Yes," Jack said. "I promise to protect Green Pond. I will try, even if I fail." Luna was quiet for a moment. Then she turned to the other fireflies. "Look at this small frog," Luna said. "He is smaller than Shadow's eye, but he is going to fight. He is not running away. If a small frog can be this brave, then we can be brave too." The fireflies started to glow brighter. One by one they flew forward. First 10, then 20, then all of them. The whole clearing was filled with golden light. "We will help you," Luna said. "Tell us your plan." Jack smiled. For the first time since he left Green Pond, he felt hope. "Okay," Jack said, "here is what we will do." Jack, Slow, and Luna sat together and made a plan. Slow knew where Shadow slept during the day. It was in a dark cave near a big rock. "Shadow comes out of his cave when the moon rises," Slow said. "He goes hunting in the forest. Then he comes back to his cave before the sun comes up. We need to catch him near his cave," Jack said, "before he goes hunting." "Here is my plan," Jack continued. "The fireflies will hide in the trees near the cave. When Shadow comes out, I will stand in front of him. I will make him angry and keep his eyes on me." Slow said. "I know," Jack said, "but while Shadow is looking at me, the fireflies will fly down and make the brightest light they can right in his face. The light will hurt his eyes. He will not be able to see." "And then what?" Luna asked. "Then I will use my sword and shield," Jack said. "I will hit him on the nose. Master Reed told me that a snake's nose is very sensitive. If I hit him there, he will feel a lot of pain." "And then he will run away?" Luna asked. "I hope so," Jack said. Slow said Shadow only stays in places where he feels strong. If we show him that he is not strong here, if we show him that this forest has brave animals who will fight, he will go somewhere else." Luna nodded. "It is a good plan," she said, "but what if something goes wrong?" "Then we run," Jack said. "If the plan does not work, everyone flies away as fast as possible. I do not want anyone to get hurt." "What about you?" Slow asked. "You are not fast enough to run from a snake." "I can jump," Jack said. "Remember, I am a frog. I can jump very high and very far. Shadow cannot jump. That is my advantage." Slow still looked worried. "I do not like this," the snail said, "but I do not have a better idea." "Neither do I," Jack said, "but we must try." That night they moved toward Shadow's cave. Jack carried Slow on his back. Luna and the fireflies flew above them, their lights turned off. In the dark forest, they were invisible. They walked for a long time. The forest was very quiet. Even the wind was still. Jack could hear his own heart beating. It was beating very fast. Finally, they saw the cave. It was a big, dark hole in the side of a hill. Around the cave, there were no plants, no flowers, no life. Shadow's poison had killed everything near his home. "There it is," Slow whispered, "Shadow's cave." Jack put Slow down behind a big rock where the snail would be safe. "Stay here," Jack said. "Do not come out until it is over." "Be careful, Jack," Slow said. His voice was shaking. Jack looked at Luna. "Are the fireflies ready?" Luna nodded. "We are ready. We are in the trees around the cave. When you give the signal, we will fly down." "What is the signal?" Luna asked. "I will shout, 'Now,' as loud as I can," Jack said. "Okay," Luna said. She flew up into the trees. Jack was alone now. He stood in front of the dark cave, holding his stick sword and leaf shield. The moon was rising over the trees. Silver light fell on the forest floor. Jack waited. His legs were shaking. His hands were shaking. Everything was shaking, but he did not run away. A sound came from inside the cave. It was a low, long hiss, like air coming out of a balloon, but much, much scarier. Then Jack saw two yellow eyes in the darkness of the cave. They were big and cold and bright. They looked like two evil moons. Shadow came out of his cave. He was the biggest snake Jack had ever seen. His body was long and black, like a river of darkness. His scales shone in the moonlight. His tongue came out of his mouth, tasting the air. Shadow saw Jack and stopped. The great snake looked down at the tiny frog. "What is this?" Shadow said. His voice was cold and quiet, like wind through dead leaves. "A frog? A tiny little frog? Standing in front of my cave?" Jack's legs wanted to run. Every part of his body wanted to turn around and jump away as fast as he could, but he did not move. "My name is Jack," he said. His voice was small but clear. "I am the Knight of Green Pond, and I am here to tell you something. Do not come to Green Pond. The animals there are under my protection." Shadow stared at Jack. Then the snake started to laugh. It was a terrible sound, like rocks falling down a hill. "A knight?" Shadow said. "A frog knight? With a stick and a leaf? You are going to protect a pond from me?" Shadow moved closer. His big body slid over the ground without a sound. His head came down close to Jack. Jack could smell his breath. It smelled like death. "I will eat you first," Shadow said. "Then I will go to your little pond and eat everyone there." Shadow opened his mouth wide. Jack could see his long, sharp teeth. This was it. This was the moment. "Now!" Jack shouted as loud as he could. The forest exploded with light. 100 fireflies flew down from the trees. They flew directly at Shadow's face. Their lights were brighter than Jack had ever seen. Together they were like a small sun. Golden light filled the dark forest. Shadow screamed. He pulled his head back. His eyes were hurting. He closed them tight, but the light was so bright that it still burned through. "My eyes," Shadow cried. "I cannot see. What is happening?" Jack did not wait. He jumped. He jumped higher than he had ever jumped before. He flew through the air like a small green arrow, and he hit Shadow right on the nose with his stick sword. The sound was loud. Shadow screamed again. He shook his head left and right. His big body hit the trees and rocks around his cave. Jack landed on the ground and jumped again. He hit Shadow's nose a second time, then a third time. "More light!" Jack shouted. The fireflies flew even closer to Shadow's eyes. Their golden light was burning and bright. Shadow could not open his eyes at all. He was moving wildly, hitting everything around him. "Stop! Stop!" Shadow cried. "It hurts! The light hurts!" Jack stood in front of the great snake. He held his sword up high. "Leave this forest," Jack shouted. "Go away and never come back. If you come to Green Pond or anywhere near here, we will do this again, and next time we will bring even more light." Shadow was shaking. His big, powerful body was curling up. He was afraid. The great snake who made every animal tremble was afraid of a small frog and 100 fireflies. "I will go," Shadow said. His voice was weak and small now. "I will go. Just stop the light. Please stop the light." "Go now," Jack shouted, "and do not look back." Shadow turned around. His big body moved fast over the ground. He went past his cave, past the rocks, past the dead trees. He went away into the deep, dark part of the forest, away from Green Pond, away from the fireflies, away from Jack. The fireflies slowly stopped their lights. The forest was dark again, but it was a different kind of dark. It was peaceful. Jack fell to the ground. His legs could not hold him anymore. He was shaking all over, but he was smiling. "We did it," he whispered. "We really did it." Slow came out from behind the big rock. The little snail was crying with happiness. "Jack, you did it," Slow said. "You were so brave. I was so scared, but you were amazing." Luna flew down and landed on Jack's shoulder. "That was the bravest thing I have ever seen. A small frog standing in front of that monster. You are a true knight." Jack looked at Luna and Slow. "I did not do it alone," he said. "Without Slow, I would not have known about Shadow's weakness. Without you and the fireflies, the plan would not have worked. We did it together." Luna smiled. Her light glowed warm and bright. "You are kind too," she said. "A brave and kind knight. Green Pond is lucky to have you." They rested near the cave for a while. Jack was very tired, but inside he felt warm and happy. When the sun started to come up, they began the journey home. The forest looked different in the morning light. Birds were singing again. Small animals were coming out of their hiding places. A small mouse came out from under a bush. "Is it true?" the mouse asked. "Is Shadow really gone?" "Yes," Jack said. "Shadow is gone. He will not come back." The mouse jumped up and down with joy. "Thank you," she said. More animals came out, rabbits and beetles and butterflies. They all came to thank the small frog who had defeated the great snake. Jack felt happy, but he also felt tired. He wanted to go home. The journey back was faster than the journey there. Jack knew the way now. He carried Slow on his back the whole way. When they came close to Green Pond, Jack heard something. It was the frogs. They were calling his name. "Jack! Jack! Jack!" Jack came out of the forest and saw all the animals of Green Pond waiting for him. They were standing on the rocks, sitting on the lily pads, flying in the trees, and they were all calling his name. When they saw him, they cheered. It was the loudest sound Jack had ever heard at the pond. Louder than thunder, louder than the waterfall in spring. Gordon was waiting on the big flat rock. The old Turtle King had tears in his eyes. "You did it, Jack," Gordon said. "I always knew you could." Jack jumped onto the rock and stood next to Gordon. He looked at all the animals, his friends, his family, his home. Gordon turned to the crowd. "Today," he said in his strong voice, "I give Jack the highest honor of Green Pond. He is not just a knight. He is our champion, the champion of Green Pond." The animals cheered again. The birds sang. The fish jumped out of the water. The frogs clapped their hands together. Then Bruno came forward. The big frog looked down at his feet. His face was red. "Jack," Bruno said, "I am sorry. I laughed at you. I said mean things about you. But you are the bravest person I know. I was wrong. Will you forgive me?" Jack looked at Bruno. He remembered all the times Bruno laughed at him. But Jack was a knight, and knights are kind. "Of course I forgive you, Bruno," Jack said. "We are all family here at Green Pond." Bruno smiled. He held out his hand, and Jack shook it. The animals cheered one more time. After that day, things changed at Green Pond. Jack was a hero, but he did not act like one. He was still the same, quiet, kind frog. He always was. He still woke up early and watched the sun come up over the trees. But now he had friends. Many friends. Slow the snail came to live at Green Pond. Jack found a nice shady rock for him near the water. Every day, Jack and Slow sat together and talked. "You know," Slow said one afternoon, "I lived alone in the forest for a long time. I was lonely. Now I have you and all the animals at the pond. I am not lonely anymore." "I am glad you are here," Jack said. "You are my best friend, Slow." Luna and the fireflies came to visit too. Every few nights, they flew to Green Pond and danced in the air above the water, making beautiful patterns of light. The animals loved it. Every morning, Jack went on patrol. He jumped around the edge of the pond, looking for any signs of danger. The forest near Green Pond was safe now. Shadow was gone, and no dangerous animals came near. Sometimes the young frogs came to watch Jack train. They wanted to learn too. "Can you teach us?" asked a small green frog named Lily. "Of course," Jack said. "Everyone can learn to be brave." Jack taught the young frogs how to jump high and hide well. He was patient and kind with them, just like Master Reed was patient and kind with him. One evening, Jack was sitting on his lily pad. The sun was going down. The sky was orange and purple and gold. Slow was sleeping on his rock. The fireflies were lighting up in the trees. Jack looked at everything around him: his pond, his friends, his home. "I did it," Jack said softly. "I did something great. Jack the small frog, Jack the knight, Jack the champion of Green Pond." He was all of these things, but most of all, he was happy, and Green Pond was safe. The stars came out one by one. They shone down on the pond like 1,000 tiny fireflies, and Jack sat on his lily pad, watching them, feeling thankful for everything. Because sometimes the smallest person can make the biggest difference. And sometimes being brave does not mean you are not afraid. It means you do the right thing, even when you are.